All right, so you see in the example here, for the upper triangle, we have a 1 marking and a 2 marking, or 1 curve and a 2 curve. In the bottom triangle, we're only given a 1 curve on the lower side. All right, so we got to figure out how to get the angles matched, and then we can redraw to create 2 triangles. Figure out how to match the angles correctly. All right, well, one thing we can do is we can use vertical angles. So these 2 angles are congruent, so I'll make a 3 marking for those. Okay, again, we know vertical angles are congruent. Well, since we have a 3 and a 1 angle on the lower left, that means the third angle that's not marked has to be a 2 angle. Because if we have 2 angles the same, the third angle has to be the same. All right, so then this upper triangle is a 2 marking. All right, so now we've got all the angles marked correctly. Now we can break the diagram into pictures. Okay, so we've got the upper right triangle, and I'll just draw that exactly as we see it. So we'll just redraw exactly the same picture for the upper right triangle. Okay, now we've got the lower left triangle. All right, so we want to match the angles correctly. So we got to figure out where to put the numbers in the lower left triangle. Okay, and that's the tricky part for this problem. Okay, well, again, it doesn't matter where you start, but let's start with the 20. Well, where's the 20? The 20 is in between a 1 and a 3 curve. Well, here's a 1 and a 3 curve, so let's put the 20 there. Okay, and again, it doesn't matter what number you go to, so I guess let's go to the 28 now. The 28, that's in between a 2 and a 3 curve. Well, that's on the bottom of this triangle. So I'll put the 28 there. All right, and there's only one number left, so we'll put the 34.4 there. Now notice that's between the 1 and the 2 curve. All right, so now we got our diagrams correct. The angles are matching, so now all we have to do is just do the ratios. And so corresponding sides tend to be easier. All right, so we've got the 50 over 20, x over 34.4. And then solve that. You could have also used the 2 bottom sides, so that would have been okay. Or you could have did 70 over 28 equals x over 34.4. You should still get the same answer. Okay, so whether you use the fraction that had 2 numbers based upon the left sides, or the fraction that had 2 numbers based upon the bottom, you should still be okay. Okay, and then just to be thorough, let's say you wanted to do adjacent sides. Well, if we wanted to do adjacent sides, let's say we wanted to base it on the 2 angle. Okay. All right, well then x over 70 equals 34.4 over 28. That would work. So there's more than one way to do these problems sometimes. So it should still be valid. Again, if you're doing adjacent sides, you want to base it upon the same angle. Okay, I would stick with corresponding sides and only use adjacent sides you have a problem with, that's probably easier. But